Alright guys, here we are with the Assa D12, finally. I think I've got it down good enough. Well enough to pick on video. That one pin might not be set. All those feel set now. Boom! This lock required me to have like 8 different picks to figure out. Alright, there was a master wafer in this lock. I pulled it out because you don't really need master wafers for D12s at all. Alright, well you gotta give me 5 minutes. My wife just got home from work right as I got this picked and started asking me to do things. I need 5 minutes. Now she wanted me to do something right after I got this picked before I gutted it, which is not happening. This thing's super annoying to gut too, for the simple fact of none of the key pins will come out through this. Only the barrels will. And the only other problem I have with this lock is it's definitely a locksmith special, because that wafer goes in there, and actually D12s are made with chisel point key pins, so you don't need wafers. Ooh, and I'm about to dump key pins. Right. Alright, good. Alright, let's fix these around. There we go. We see a D12 keyway. This thing is nasty. Here's what I figured out to do about this. And this does have milling in it too. So if you take and I used a Covert Instruments one in 30 thousandths, actually. I took a top of keyway side and I put it right there. And then, if you squeeze your pick around in through here, and Bandito, this is for you, because this is my max lift right here. And as you can see, it's set. I found if I filled this keyway with a bottom of keyway turner a little bit, it gave me just the right amount of a lift that if I got in there just right, I could push it up. But I have to be at exactly the right spot to get it. And then 6 I set with a flag. There you go. D12. Nasty, nasty, nasty bitting on this one too. This was where the wafer was, though, so it actually isn't a minimum lift, and that saved me. When I finally took it apart and saw this wafer, I took it out, and it actually is what made this lock pickable. Let me show you how these key pins. Oh, let me show you this milling too. Here's the milling, barrel milling. On both sides. One side. Two sides. We'll click it. It's not near as pronounced. I think that's because right where these tits slide isn't milled, where the wings slide. And then we'll show you these key pins. Oh, and here's the housing. It's a Scandinavian round, has a sidebar cut out. Obviously, same thing as all the other Assa stuff. You can use these same housings for 6Ks. Had a closing rod, which was nice, though. But let's look at how these key pins interact with the key. And let me show you why master wafers, like was in this, aren't supposed to be in here. Because these key pins actually sit like this, right? And this one is not a mastered one. But this angled one here is actually a mastered pin, because it can sit like this, or the cuts can be made the other way. So like here, let me find one that is actually mastered. Here. This is where this pin sits. But you see how there's a gap here between the other side? So the other key would be cut to hit this shelf, not this shelf. And you can actually master key a lock without any master wafers. Let me show you why else this is a locksmith special though. Somebody threw one size barrel in and that's it. So a lock that's not meant to have master wafers had master wafers. And one size barrel. And then these key pins here are actually winged. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. Let me focus this. Yeah, you can kind of see it. See that little wing right there? Right there. There's two of them. Those wings actually sit, so you can't put a key pin in this way. The wings actually, you can see the cutout in the plug too. The wings actually sit in the plug. Here's the other thing you gotta watch out for with D12s too. When pinning them back up, please watch for this. That way, goes in, sits flush. The other way, not gonna work. Like I said, that's kind of how the master key system works. They're directional key pins. So you can put them in backwards. Unlike Medico and stuff where the wings keep them from putting them in backwards too. You can put these in backwards. But there we go. There's the D12 picked. And got it.